What's going on, guys? It's the Dr. Show here, and today I'm going to show you why I think the Revelations Easter egg may not yet be complete. So, the majority of people in the zombies community appear to be unsatisfied with the Revelations ending cutscene. It just doesn't really answer many questions we've had about the zombies storyline, and it really focuses on characters that we have only really seen fleshed out in the last two maps, that being Dr. Monty and Sophia. There are two main things we learnt from the cutscene. First, we kinda got an explanation of the blood vials that has been a question mark for a long time. So they act as this paradox that protects the characters from being erased from existence by Dr. Monty, but it's still a pretty vague explanation. Second, we got the ending with Primus holding up the stars. The interesting thing about this final scene, though, is that it established the notion of a cycle. So, to briefly summarize the theory of this cycle, basically the start of it is when the characters meet in Origins and eventually start their quest to collect their souls at Dryzen-Drak, Setsubo no Shima, and Gorod Krovi. Then they arrive in Revelations where the Shadow Man is messing things up and Dr. Monty wants it fixed. So, the characters kill the Shadow Man for Monty, and after that he sends them back in time to become Primus. Now, we know that Primus then fought the Apothicans back in time and won, and then they just disappeared. We don't know anything about them since then. So this is really where our character's journey ends. They either die of old age back in time, or they go and do something else, but we don't know anything about that yet. But the thing is, in this same timeline that they became Primus, a couple hundred years later, the characters are then born and meet each other in Origins and go through the same events in Black Ops 3 and eventually are sent back in time to become Primus again, and this cycle just keeps on going and going indefinitely. This cycle has already existed in Black Ops 3, as we see the statues of the characters in their Primus form in Origins and in Dryzen-Drak, meaning this cycle has existed for an unknown amount of time. When you listen to one of Samantha's quotes from Origins, she actually seems to be aware of the cycle as well.
You don't even remember how long this has been going on. How long we have been trapped here. The loop must be closed.
So if we put this all together, the ending cutscene of Revelations basically reveals that our characters are stuck in this cycle. It literally says in the trophy you get when you complete the Easter egg, in Revelations, complete the cycle. This is either a good or a bad thing, but for now I'll show you the evidence that supports the idea that the cycle is bad and we have to break it. First of all, Jason Blundell has said numerous times that Mob of the Dead is a key map. The storyline in Mob of the Dead basically involves these gangster characters being stuck in a cycle, and there's two endings to the Easter egg. You either continue the cycle or you break the cycle. Mob of the Dead is pretty much a condensed version of the Origins to Revelations story arc, so Blundell could be hinting at the fact that we have to find a way to break the cycle. Speaking of Blundell, he only recently said that if you come to the conclusion you are done in DLC 4, you are wrong. I don't know about you, but when the cutscene finishes with the words, "the end," it sure seems like we are done. So this is definitely a hint that there is more to do with this Easter egg. A piece of evidence a lot of people are talking about lately is the fact that all the other maps in Black Ops 3 have 10 trophies, but in Revelations there is only 9. So there is the possibility of a hidden trophy that you unlock with an alternative ending. This is actually super interesting. It seems weird that they would suddenly decide to put less trophies in the final maps, so hopefully this leads to something. Next, we have what I personally think is one of the most convincing pieces of evidence for there to be more in Revelations, and that is the character Peter McCain. Now, McCain is an old school World at War character, but there have been numerous references to him in Black Ops 3. Firstly, there is a cipher in Dryzen-Drak that turns out to be a letter he wrote, and in Revelations there is a radio that involves Sophia talking about him. These are just small references, but what is more interesting is that we actually physically see McCain in the Gorod Krovi intro. He's that knocked out person that we steal a parachute off. You may be asking why this all matters for Revelations, and that is because for a brief second in the Revelations hype trailer, we actually see McCain in Revelations. This is really strange. Treyarch either removed the character last minute or we are 100% missing something in this Easter egg. It does look like Treyarch has removed some things in this map, like the rocket shield and a trap in Kino de Toten, but I highly doubt they would remove a whole character and then just tease him in the trailer. It could just be Treyarch messing with us, but I really don't think so. There is also some other strange things in the trailer, like the Shadow Man appearing to attack Richtofen. If you look in the background, this is in the actual map, not the boss battle arena, so this again is pretty strange. We also get this super weird quote by Richtofen that I believe is not in the map.
Mein Gott, what have I done? Stop it, Edward. Breathe. Marxist!
All this leads me to believe that there is more to this map, and not just a small thing either, as the Cycle and Peter McCain seem instrumental to the zombies storyline. I also really don't think Treyarch would end this current story of zombies with a cutscene so many people found unsatisfying. There is some other stuff too I haven't mentioned relating to people data mining and discovering code for super Easter eggs, so there's that as well. It all just points to the fact that there's definitely more to find, not only in Revelations, but every map in Black Ops 3. But what do you guys think though? Is Revelations over, or is there something more to discover? We'd love to hear what you think. Well, thanks for watching guys, we'll see you in the next one.
I am the Dragon Master!
You want dragon pasta?
I'll break you. I'll fucking break you.
I'll break your heart then.
How do I get out of this here? Oh, I'm at.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
He's still alive?
I'm very much not alive.